Hello people, this is Power here to review the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. This is still part of the Cube Weapon series, I think? Cube Octopus, or DX Cube Octopus, I don't know. Yeah, I know I said in the last video from like 2 hours ago that like, oh, this was the final, like, Dodekaio was the final mech. Well, Zyuohger decided to throw a new curve at us and just release a new auxiliary at us as the last toy. So yeah, here's Cube Octopus. It's just a green cube, and it's one of the very few that's just a perfect cube besides these hinges. And instead of a question mark, we get instead of an exclamation point, we get a question mark. A comparison to a cube, a normal cube. Here it is. Again, it's essentially near like with Gorilla / Condor being perfect cubes. It's just with the hinge. Transforming this into its animal mode, we're simply just going to fold all of these flaps out that are supposed to be the tentacles for the octopus, to which is pretty impressive. Just to like how you can, oh, what the heck is it doing? Okay. I don't know why it did that, but you know, so here's the animal mode for Cube Octopus. Let me just do it like this for simplicity's sake, just so then we can see it standing. So here is our angry octopus. I love him. This is like an angry version of gosh, of Henry the Octopus, except he's not purple. Here we have each leg, like so. I like how these are supposed to be suctions, but then they're used as something else, as I'll explain. And, you know, we got the black paint in here, just to give it some color. Really like the gold that's consistent here. And obviously, this is really loose. And not loose, but I mean, like, obviously spinning it this way is pretty loose. Because this one actually has a gimmick. So, flattening octopus, I was going to call him Henry. So, flattening octopus, if we turn him around to a certain point, until you hear heavy clicks, like such, and if we let him go, woo, he spins! He creates wind! And then he makes this noise, which is obviously like the gears, but then it just sounds like angry octopus noises. It's not much, but it's fun. Let's do it again. So again, you're not supposed to let it click. You're supposed to let it just on one click. It's supposed to, like, you know, stop, but you know, I go over to the extreme. So there we go. There's octopus running. There he goes with that. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I don't have a figure that's like, man, I don't have a figure on me to whack, because I don't want to whack the RKFs, especially blades. I don't want to keep applying his fins back on. But let's do it again. This is non-stop fun. But it's just like, it's just fun just seeing him fly around and such. And like, you can technically like stop the process by interfering with it, but it's just fun. So again, you can just stop that and such, and you know, fold it back up and whatnot. So, what you would need to combine this, or for combinations, is Jewel King, and only Jewel King, because what you're gonna do is that, I know it was pointless of me folding this out, but essentially you're gonna you're gonna take Octopus. Oh, okay. So you're gonna remove the King Sword first of all. Then you're gonna remove the head, the top half of the head of Octopus, and then fold this back piece around to reveal this new helmet for Jewel King. Then you're going to clip the new head like so on top of here to get that. Then you're going to clip the back. Whoops. You're going to clip the remaining of the octopus through the back clips here that used to be used to hold the arms for Eagle. Like so. So now you have Jewel King Octopus. Which, this is an interesting combo for sure. Especially because, you know, it changes him into a Viking. And you can still... What the heck? He's still equipped with the smaller King Sword in this formation. But now, you can still do Octopus's gimmick of whirling this around and then making sure this is all straight and letting it spin, as this in the show allows him to shoot ink even though that's a squid thing. Wow, that's really impressive in camera. But yeah, so you can still do that, and I think it allows Jewel King to fly. I don't remember, but you do want to have it crossed. You don't want to just have like this. As I said before, this is only compatible with Jewel King because Jewel Wild's clips and Condor Wild, they're the opposite way, and this clip's in the way. So essentially, if only they actually made it like, essentially, if they only actually added a clip here, it could have worked, but they just didn't. Whoops. The head is still compatible, obviously, so you can partially make Jewel Wild / Condor Wild Octopus, but not really. So sadly, this thing is only exclusive for Jewel King, which can definitely be a turnoff for some people. So yeah, obviously just forming this back just like so. Like, I do at least appreciate the new helmet, and it's not just something like that. You know, it gives that flair and gives, like, you know, the traditional auxiliary feel. But yeah, let's try to fold this out like so. So my thoughts overall on Cube Octopus. It's definitely optional, I'll say. Like, it's an interesting cube weapon because it actually does combine with Jewel King itself. But, like, I understand it sucks that you can't combine it with anything else. You can't even use it in any combinations. Because, again, the only clips, like, you can just do that. And technically, this clip I'm like, well, these clips technically are just used just so then you can stack with other cubes. But like, basically because of its height difference and just how it is, you can't combine. You can't use this to like combine with anything. You can't even like stack this with Condor for a while Tosai Dodeka King just because you're gonna lopside the entire thing. So it just kind of sucks that like, you know, you can't really do much with Octopus, sadly, with like all the stuff that has already been established. But at least Condor has a friend, so that doesn't feel lonely. Like, I don't know if that's a positive, but it's like Condor finally has a friend at least. Um, Now to further, I guess, push the point that this thing is really optional. This thing's really hard to get because it is the last toy within the line. This thing typically goes for like 40, and that's like new. And it's really hard to find this used. Luckily, I was able to find this. Like, I was able to find this used and just at all because the seller, because I got this from someone that was selling this and Dodekaio as a set for around like $47. Obviously, with fees, that becomes buy fees, that becomes around like $54. So I thought it was worth getting that because essentially, yes, I'm primarily getting like, because you know, I see this thing selling for like 20 at best, like the same price as Cube Condor, just because of like their specialities. So I thought it was pretty worth it. Just the fact that I was actually able to get this at all is I'm kind of like thankful for. Just because I thought this was going to be one of the hardest cubes to get out of Zyuohger, but luckily someone was just selling it with their Dodekaio, so I'm thankful for that and such. But obviously you might not be that lucky. You just have to keep constantly searching. But yeah, this will most likely be the last Zyuohger review, unless they do something for the 5th anniversary, which they clearly won't be doing that because Gokaiger gets to have 10th anniversary thing. And I might try to pick up the EX animal sets and Cube Panda. I honestly might at least try to pick up Panda, but I'm not sure about the other 4 sets. No, the other 2 sets, if I had to be honest. But I'll just say this might be the last Zyuohger review for now. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.